The site that you then build, or that you should be building, it helps to focus on a particular niche. A particular niche just means a particular subcategory of what it is you're doing. Why is this important? Because on the internet, there's so many websites, so much information, right? It's so easy to get lost, so hard to find something. So when you create something, nobody knows because there's so much stuff. But how do people discover is if you are very specialized and the kind of information you're putting out is very useful to certain people, those certain people will have a much better chance of finding out. Which is why I'm saying it's very important to know who you're trying to sell to. Don't try and sell to everyone. You try and be everything to everyone, you are nothing to everyone. It's impossible. You need to be known for something. You can sell other things, but pick what is your main thing that you want to be known for. You know what I mean? And then focus, start like that. Start with specialized information. So why is this important? For example, let's look at this, right? So these are the number of searches on Google, right, per month for certain keywords, right? You got the keywords here. So this is wedding dresses, right? So 500,000 searches for when they type in wedding dresses. Great. So you may think, oh, okay, my website is going to be about wedding dresses. I'm going to talk about wedding dresses. Okay, can. But there are thousands of websites on wedding dresses. So how are they going to, why is yours going to be special? Right? Very hard, right? When you have so much competition. But now you go down, the search becomes more specific. Wedding gowns, a lot less. Maybe simply this, because people don't use the word gowns. Okay, not important. Cheap wedding dresses. That sounds horrible. The poor bride is like, oh, so sayang, she's going to search for cheap wedding dresses. But that's what people will search for, right? Maybe you don't have money to spend $20,000 on a dress, right? Or the husband doesn't want you to spend $20,000 on a dress. But, so cheap wedding dresses. So just think about it. If you were in the business of wedding dresses, and you know you're selling affordable wedding dresses, that suddenly becomes very important. Many people know that you're the authority on cheap wedding dresses. Maybe we won't call them cheap, but affordable. Vintage wedding dresses, so old style, right? Vintage lace wedding dresses, even less searches. Vintage style wedding dresses, a little bit less. So, if you were to create a site, where should you create it? You want as many people to be possibly interested, here, just wedding dresses. But very hard to stand out. So if you started picking this, for example, and your focus is on lace, much smaller crowd looking, but when those people find you, you are perfect for them. You're like the perfect site. So there's a much greater chance that they'll come and visit your site. So this is why it's important to focus on a niche. Because on the internet, there's too much for you to just try and do everything. You need to pick something specific. And what are niches, right? All sorts of things. And these are very broad. So for example, in health, if you tell me you sell health products, that's not a niche. Health products could be for everyone. Everybody's got health issues, right? What's your focus? So for example, it could be weight loss. It could be women's health, men's health, nutrition. But even these are very broad. Women's health, okay, that's half the population of the planet, right? What do you focus on? So imagine it was women's health for women 50 years and above. That is already a smaller group. But if I'm a woman, 55-year-old woman, and I see two sites, one is just women's health and the other is, this is information for women 55 and above, which one am I going to go visit? The one that is exactly me, right? And then I'll visit that one. So there's a much higher chance that I'll buy from those guys rather than the generalists. So this is what I mean by niches. Okay, so if you're going to do this, don't try and be everything that everyone at the start. Pick something.